So, certainly we're thrilled to get the victory today. And, we know coming in here, it's going to be a tough challenge for us coming on the road. We haven't done great in that regard this year. Tough environment, big crowd. And then we made it a little bit tougher than we needed to probably at the start. We a couple self-inflicted wounds. But once we got through that, it seemed like we really pulled together and played good team football. So really just very, very happy about that. Including special teams. Special teams really started to give us an edge once we got through the bumps there early, and so happy about that. Most happy for our seniors. This is the last regular season game for them. We have 18 guys that really have done a good job, and they can finish up now with being 10-2 in trophy games their last 3 years. Happy about that part of it, and then helping us show some growth in November, and that is important. And we'd stalled out the last 2 weeks, so. Basically coming off the field last Saturday and Sunday it was tough. Our guys stayed together. It was a challenge this week because of a short week. And again, I can't say enough about the seniors giving us the leadership that it takes to push through that and move forward and get onto this challenge. So, I'm really proud of our guys, but mostly I'm really happy for them just to have them get a reward and be able to go home tonight and feel pretty good about things. So I'll throw it out for questions.
Sure. Can you talk about your resiliency with the mistakes early on in that 99-yard drive?
Yeah, we set up their first score, which was tough, and it's just one of those things that happens, not intentional by any stretch. And then, stepping out of bounds on the kick return. I was just telling the guys on the radio, I can remember 2 of those, one in a bowl game a couple of years ago, and then a bowl game against NC State. I think it was like '88 in the Peach Bowl. And both outcomes were bad. It's like, that's a lead balloon. So, but the offense really responded there. And I think that's really the story of this week probably for our team. And that was representative because we haven't been moving the ball exactly with great consistency. So to take that thing and go 99 yards was huge. And, to be even at halftime, and then the guys really came out and played well together in that third quarter.
After last week in the third quarter and the wind, do you think we want to change that this week?
Well, yeah, I mean, we deferred at the start, so they took the football and gave us the win. So basically, that was their choice in the second half. They, obviously we took the football and they chose to take it the other way. So it's just one of those deals. And it was a tough one today, needless to say.
You had a million freshmen out there today. Another one got thrown out. Geno Stone, kind of into the fire. What does it say about these young freshmen, especially Smith Marset, also bouncing back from that?
Yeah, absolutely. Both those things. I just got off the phone. I want to thank Geno's mom, because when we were trying to get him out here for his visit last January, he didn't want to come. And she and the high school coach threw him in the car and made him come out here. Pittsburghers, you got to watch those guys. So anyway, I was just teasing him about, I'm glad he's here and not Kent State. I think he feels the same way. But really happy for him. He's been doing a nice job on special teams all season long. And to step in and play like you had to. Miles has been playing a little bit hurt and just couldn't go. So he came out, and Geno didn't look back. So really happy for him. And Hankins out there the same way. Did a nice job. So that was good. And then Amir, again, when you have a play as bad as that, and I kind of alluded to that, usually stuff starts going downhill. But again, those guys fought through it. That's what we think about those guys, and I'll throw Hankins in there too. We think they got a chance to be really good football players if they keep pushing it.
During that drive, did you consciously go to Amir after that to kind of get him straightened out?
No. I mean, just it's in the game plan, and I think all of us have confidence. It goes back to his first carry, right, first touch here against Wyoming. He put the ball right on the ground, and but we've seen enough from him. I think through the start of the recruiting process, he's got a little spunk to him. He's got. He doesn't stay down long. He's a really competitive guy and very positive guy and tough-minded guy. So if we can put some weight on him, he's got a chance to be a good player.
This was a pretty emotional win for a guy like Budgeta.
Absolutely.
To your program.
Yeah, for all of our seniors, but Nate's almost emblematic of what, a lot of our guys, not the biggest guy, not the fastest guy maybe, but a tough, hard-nosed, competitive guy. And for our linebackers, we've got a pretty good group of linebackers, and we've had that historically. For our linebackers to play well the way we're built, we need guys up front that are really unselfish, really tough-minded. I think about Louis Trinket-Passat, Kroll, King, those guys. So when you have those guys playing for you, and they maybe didn't garner a lot of attention to recruiting, but they play a real strong role. And I think everybody kind of embodied that today, or at least grabbed onto that. And Nate's Nate's been that way ever since he showed up.
You know, Josh Jackson, you moved him around quite a bit. Was that just to shield, Morgan, rather than, because usually he'd be on one side or the other?
Yeah, you know, he's do I think gives us the best chance, but a lot of that's in sub defense too, where he's on the move there. So we match him up when we're in nickel and dime, that type of deal. But Josh is another guy, just really played really well for us, and we got some guys in that junior class, him included, that have really given us some good leadership as well.
For Noah, a guy like him dreams coming home to his home state, having a big game. Today's probably been better than he thought. What does a day like today mean to him?
Yeah, same as Budget, except Budget didn't get much fanfare being being in the middle of all that stuff. But Noah was good during the week. Didn't act like he was goofy or anything like that. And just he's made some big plays for us all season long. Came up big today, and really happy for him. And just on that note too, Akram, back-to-back 1,000-yard. That's certainly significant. I've been told first time since Fred Russell. So that's pretty good company right there to be with a guy like Fred. And certainly he was a big part of our win today, his production and just the way he ran.
How would you describe coming out in that third quarter, the dominance offensively and defensively, to just entirely shift the way that this game was going?
It just kind of happened. It wasn't like it was a master plan or design, but I think we all realized that we're going to have to play this thing all the way through. And the first part was playing through the bumps that we created and brought upon ourselves. And then we were even at halftime, so we really actually felt pretty good about that because we made it tough on ourselves. So it felt like if we could play clean football in the second half and then maybe force a thing or two, then maybe something good would happen. Didn't envision that.
How would you describe this month of November, these last 4 games? It's certainly been unconventional.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk more about the whole season when we get done with everything. But we certainly got off to a good start, and then the second week, in my mind, we at least as it stands currently, played the best team in the league in their stadium in a tough environment, and they were playing about as good as I've seen them play. So that was a bad meeting. Last week we didn't perform as well as the team we played, and they're a team that's to me been trending upward. I said that a week ago Tuesday, and especially on defense, and we weren't up to that challenge. So, but what I'm pleased about is this is a short week. It was a challenge. Nobody was feeling good last weekend. The guys went back to work, and they did something about it. They showed a lot better today. So, we're 2-2 on the month. Not what you want necessarily, but the way we trended upward, I'm certainly happy about that. And one thing we all knew Sunday, the best we could do is win one game. So that's been our goal since Sunday.
Kirk, you look at the running game. I mean, last couple of weeks it struggled. You run for 300 yards today. All 4 of your primary running backs scored touchdowns. What was it that kind of propelled you, especially in the third quarter, to really take charge in that?
Yeah, I'm not sure I can put my finger on it. We've been trying to do that each and every game, but today things just clicked a little bit, and seemed like we were blocking better. It seemed like we were hitting the holes a little bit better, although we missed one that might have scored when we got stopped on downs. So, I think we just it's just one of those things. Things came together a little bit better for us, and we'll just keep. There's no magic answer. You just keep swinging the bat, and that'll be our goal here in December too. So see if we can't improve. We still have a lot of room for improvement, needless to say.
I know in 2014 you remember walking off the field in that Nebraska game. It's tough to lose a game like that. And going into bowl prep, how important is it to have a good feeling now going into your?
Yeah, I mean, to Mike's point earlier, I mean, if we hadn't won today, it would have been, it would have been quite a challenge. The entire month would have been. This one doesn't assure us anything moving forward, but it certainly puts everybody in a better place mentally, and that's important. And the loss that you talked about, I mean, that'll be in my memory bank as long as I'm coaching. Just that was a tough one, mainly because at least today we looked like an Iowa team. That day, we broke every rule in the book, and we got what we deserved. So today was a little bit better situation.
One or two more.
Kirk, what's it like to see Akram go back-to-back seasons with 1,000 yards? This was a guy when he first came here was the fumble issues. Then it was getting to maybe 190. I mean, just talk about his growth and what he did.
That's still a challenge. The weight stuff's still a challenge with him. I mean, he teeters right there, but the one thing about him from day one was that he's a guy with a good attitude. He was really skinny, but he's got a good attitude, a little bit like Amir, and likes football and all that type of thing. So it's just a matter of him working on things, week by week, day by day, month by month, however you want to look at it. And we weren't sure how it was going to turn out, but the guy's got ability, and Akram's a good guy. So I think once that Northwestern game just seemed like that was kind of the turning point in his career. And then to his credit, he's really played well since that time. So, at some point, everybody's got that, not everybody, but a lot of players have that moment where, things finally become a little bit more apparent to them what they need to do. And, he's been a big part of the success that we've had the last 2 years.
Anthony Nelson does a lot for you guys. I mean, I think Reese said he'd be a good pass rusher right away, and that's really shown up. Today, he really showed up. And where does he fit as far as all Big Ten kind of thing? He seems like he has those kind of numbers.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's we just I actually did the voting because it's got to be in this weekend. But there's a lot of good defensive line in our conference right now. But we're thrilled Anthony's on our football team. It's kind of like Josie missed out on the one national award. One of the best things I heard this weekend, I heard Greenway and Niagara are going to start their own award, which is I love it. Those are two good guys to be endorsed by. But Anthony's really done a nice job. I mean, he's gotten better with every step along the way, and his best football is still in front of him. But he really is a more mature guy now, and he has a better understanding of how to play his position. And he's always had a knack for rushing the passer. So the rest of his game's really starting to fit right in there with it.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, thank you.